disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up?
If this is your first time, to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Mondays, you've got Raw with Mimi and Lump. Tuesdays is CTE with Chris, Los, and Travis. Wednesdays is Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just a bit of a chill week. Lots of work. And the rest of it, really, I just spent some time with family.
Okay. You had to work this weekend or just side project?
I'm just 6 days now. No Sunday, so for now.
Is that mandatory?
No.
Okay.
Only time we get mandatory is for the holiday.
Okay. But is it bad for you for what you do?
Saturdays are pretty chill for the most part. My problem is no one's there, or
That's
a lot
a
of people.
problem?
Yeah, well, it is because then I end up doing all the work by myself.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. Okay. All right.
I try to avoid that, but other than that, because I'm coming on my day off, then I'm like, oh man, like I came in for this crap.
Yeah. So how long are you looking at doing that?
We're just squirreling away some extra money.
Oh, okay.
We got birthdays coming up. This house payment doesn't get any cheaper.
Yeah.
So we're just building up the savings a little bit, and then because I got a lot of weekends coming up where I'm not going to be able to do it, so I might as well do it now.
Gotcha. Angel, what's happening, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm cool, man. How was your weekend?
My weekend was shitty as fuck.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I wasn't expecting to hear that.
Angel coming in hot.
Yeah.
I take it you did not have a good weekend at the tournament.
Wasn't even the tournament. It was everything that happened before the tournament. On the way to the tournament, I had a terrible weekend.
Okay. Well, how'd you do at the tournament? Did he freeze up? I literally don't know, man. Like you know me, man. You know me, man. I am not up on everything that goes on at the events, at the tournaments. Like I don't be checking social media. When our group chat is going on with the whole main game, man, by the time I look at my message thread, it's like 80 messages. I'm not fucking reading all that shit that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Bro, I wake up to that. Okay? I wake up and see, and I read it. I read it because I'm curious.
I don't. I be like, no, I scroll through and see if there's somebody I know that they're talking about. And if it's not anyone that I know personally or any business of mine, I don't be like, all right. I just don't do it. I can't. I can't invest my time, and I got too much going on. I can't stop and read it. So, but at least like was it a learning experience? The tournament?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you do teams or did you just?
I just did one division, bro. Just did one division.
Okay. All right. That's cool. What do you fight? What's your division that you fight in?
Welterweight.
Okay.
160, 169.
Okay.
So every once in a while, you may see me bump up 170 or you may see me drop 150, but that's like so rare. I never really fight that at that weight. So I'm always just 160, 169. But my weekend was terrible. It was bad.
All right. Well, learning experience, Did you
You can only go up from here.
was your whole team out there?
Most of them.
Okay.
Most of them.
All right. Your new team, I should say. Yeah, most of your new team.
Yeah, most of my new team. Your cousins are out there. They did good.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I actually reposted their thing. So I saw that. But other than that, I really don't know what went on out there.
They did great, man. I wish I could have seen more of them fight, but they did awesome, man. Like always. So that was good. That was good to see them out there doing their thing. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, no, it was a shitty weekend.
I got you. I hear you, man. You hold, but you know what, man? It's been over 24 hours.
Gene, it's not even about the tournament. I swear.
Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to CTE because I know CTE gonna be talking.
I'm trying to think. Did they know? I don't even think they know about it then. I don't think they know about what happened. Only like a few people knew. Oh, Chris Walker knows. Yeah, Chris Walker knows about what happened, but that's it.
Chris knows everything.
So if Chris knows, then it's gonna be on CTE.
Not always. Not always.
I wasn't.
It depends. It depends if Travis knows anything. If Travis knows anything,
because if y'all would have known, you guys would have hit me up Friday when it happened. Y'all would have hit me up. So
okay.
Yeah, but
Angel, the boogeyman, turned into a gangster.
Yeah,
and this is some gangster stuff.
No. I left my gangster days behind. That's done
All right. Well, my weekend was pretty chill. It was pretty cool, man. This is the first weekend that I did not have to do any type of maintenance or fixing up at the dojo. I just got to teach. That was it. So I got up there 9 o'clock in the morning to teach kickboxing. Did the kickboxing class. And then, the kids came in and we talked and I had classes with them. So it was pretty cool, man. The first weekend at the new place, it was cool. And then after that, we just chilled. Me and Melissa just chilled, man. There's a restaurant that's near downtown, or it actually is downtown, that I wanted to go to for lunch. So we went down there for lunch called Chili Mustard Onion. We went down there. That was pretty good. It's a vegan restaurant. Don't hate me, Joe. Don't hate me.
Oh shit!
Sounds delicious.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so we went down there. The food was pretty good. I liked it. I told her, I said, this is one of those restaurants like you got to eat downtown because by the time you drive home, your food's gonna be cold. So we just had to stay down there and eat, and we ate, and then we went over to the casino for a little while. We went to MGM, hung out at MGM for a little while. And, the only reason I agreed to it is because, Melissa's been working so hard for me and she's been in the dojo fixing it up and helping me out and painting. So I was like, okay, I got to do something, nice, do something that she wants to do this weekend. And so we went to MGM because, I was like, I ain't got no extra money. I got no money to lose at this point. I have no extra money to lose to gamble. But I still took $20. Like, all right, I'm gonna use this 20 if I get some extra. All right, if I lose it, then I lose it. It's just $20, and I got too happy when I got up a couple of dollars. I thought, okay, let me see if I can run this up some more, and lost it all. It's like, damn it.
And that's what I do. I do that every time. That's why my wife does the same thing. She'll give me a 20, and I'll turn it into like 3, and then I'll start betting big, and she'll be like, nope. No. Push it out.
I ain't never did that. Only time I did something like that was I took my grandfather years ago. I took my grandfather to the casino because he used to love going down to Motor City. And I took him down there and I went through every dollar that I had on me. I went through it all. I had nothing left. So I'm sitting there while he only had like 5 machines that he played. He went to the same 5 machines every time I took him. And he would sit there for, I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes on one machine. Then we go to another for another 20 or 30 minutes. So we was down there for a little while. And I was sitting there next to him. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. He's like, you're not gambling? I said, I ain't got no more money left. I went through all my money. And I went down there like with $100 or something, right? I think I'm still in college at this time. So I go through the 100, and he was like, "All right, here, go play with this." He threw me 50. He was like, "Go play with that." I was like, I'm gonna be done with this in 15 minutes. Man, I ran that up to 300, and then I was like, "I'm done. All right, cool, I'm done. I got some money." And I tried to give him his 50 back, and he was like, "No, I'm good. I'm all right. You can keep it. You good." So, yeah. So I'm not a gambler, man. Like, you know, a couple years ago, I went out to Vegas, and I did not lose money, and I was pretty happy with that. I came back with a lot of money, at least for me, a lot of money for me coming back. As long as you go out to Vegas and you come back more than what you had when you went out there, that's a good trip. You know,
I agree.
So I was pretty happy with that a few years ago. So Vegas, I have fun when I go out to Vegas. I love going out to Vegas, and there's a lot to do besides just gambling. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to make another trip out there pretty soon.
You know, this is my thing. I heard someone say this to me before. They're like, why would I go run the risk of wasting my money in the casino when I can go run the risk of wasting my money in a strip club? And I've just always just been like, it's like a different way of thinking.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you go into a casino, you could come out of the casino with something that you like, something that you want, you know, some money. You could come out of the strip club with something that you don't want.
You know what could happen? You could come out of the strip club and your significant other could be there and you could be stabbed and then be single.
Yeah. You come out of there with something you don't want and you paid for it. Good job.
Right.
Who's the dummy?
Yeah, so anyway, we talking about Rush Hour 2 this week. This movie was actually better than I remembered. It was better than I remembered. You know, I like this movie. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I don't know why I didn't really care for this movie when I saw it back in the day. I can't really remember at all, but I haven't watched it since back in the day. Yeah, it was pretty good. What did you guys think of the movie?
I enjoyed it.
I liked it, bro. I think the second one was probably one of my more favorite ones. Second and third.
Mm-hmm. Now, with this movie, I'm about to start your little debate again, Angel. But this movie was more of a martial arts movie than the last one, in my opinion.
Why?
It was more fight scenes. It was more martial arts fight scenes in this movie to me.
Yeah, and they even try and get Chris Tucker going a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
I said this was gonna happen though.
You said what?
I said this last week. Are you guys crazy? Like I said this shit.
That we were gonna like this movie better.
You know, I didn't have a good weekend, so I'm gonna let you slide. Because God has already tested me once, and I'm not gonna get riled up again.
I'm not trying to get you riled up.
I am. It's good. It's good radio. Listen, you know what have made this more martial arts? If we gave him lightsabers.
That's all I really want to see is fucking Yoda running behind Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. Yoda.
Oh Lord!
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you slide, Joe. You got one. I'm gonna let you slide. You got one also. All I'm gonna say is, last week I did tell you that they had more martial arts in this one and then the third one, and that they even had Chris Tucker doing martial arts. I said that. I knew this was gonna happen, so I'm prepared for this conversation.
I understand the words coming out of my mouth. You don't. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I could do this all day.
Yo, you're like a troll, bro. It's so wild. Like I think the whole vegans and Russians and Asians, it was like you're a troll, bro. Like HR doesn't even know what to do with you. Like we didn't have a manual.
Listen, the funny thing is, I'm only a troll on here.
I don't think HR even listens to our show anymore. As you can see, we don't even. I am acting as talent and director now for our show.
Actually, though, but Travis said he was listening to some older episodes, and he said we were pretty wild. And I don't think we were that wild, but I mean, we say some crazy stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, I purposely tried to tone down, honestly, because I'm like, you know what, man? I just never know if any of my students are going to listen to this. I don't want them coming in like, Mr. Plowden, what did you say on that show? You know, so
they would try to get you too.
Listen,
they would come at you too.
We probably did say some wild stuff, but you know, there comes a time where we gotta sell. It's like you gotta sell it, and you know, we had some good laughs along the way. We had some good laughs, but like I said, I'm gonna tell you now. Yes, it is more of a martial arts movie, but I knew this was gonna happen because they gave Chris Tucker more of a role in the second and in the third movie. Like his role wasn't just a beat cop trying to, you know, do his own thing. Like his role now was like he had a partner. He's trying to support his partner. Mm-hmm. He started learning Mandarin. Like he was going through his whole thing. So I'll give it to you this one time. I'll let you slide. It's fine.
All right, that's
so generous of you.
Right.
You're good.
All right. LAPD detective James Carter is in Hong Kong on vacation visiting his friend, Hong Kong Police Force Chief Inspector Lee. Okay. Did they ever give Jackie Chan's character a name besides Lee? Does he have a first name or is it just Lee throughout all of this?
That's a good question.
Because I don't remember if he has ever had a first name. Okay.
Inspector Lee's all I heard.
This movie takes place immediately after the first movie. And at this point, it might have been 4 or 5 days, because I know that Chris Tucker said that he had been out there for 3 days, but you know, I know it takes some time to get over to Hong Kong from LA. His vacation is put on hold when a bomb at the U.S. Consulate General kills 2 undercover U.S. custom agents. Lee is assigned to the case and discovers that his late father's police partner, Ricky Tan, is somehow involved. Lee and Carter attempt to question Ricky, now the leader of the Triads, resulting in a brawl with his bodyguards. Okay, so he is a former police officer that becomes a gang leader.
Yep.
Huh. That was pretty interesting. You don't see stuff like that too often. Now, did they say why the police weren't going after him, or why was everyone scared of him?
Well, one, seemed like a scary dude. He had a lot of clout.
Yeah,
but
he
two,
did.
The police at one point said they wanted him in play so they could figure out the money laundering with the fake money. Mm-hmm. They wanted him in play because he was a huge part of that operation.
Okay. The U.S. Secret Service, led by Agent Sterling, and the Hong Kong police force fight over jurisdiction of the case. Lee's office is bombed, and Lee, unaware Carter has left the building, believes him dead. They cross paths at a party on Ricky's yacht where Ricky scolds his underling, Hugh Lee. Okay, I did have a question about this because I must have missed it. I was watching this late at night, so it's easy for me to have missed something. But why? How did Carter know about the party on the boat?
He was trying to find the massage parlor. Mm-hmm. And when he got into when he was walking around asking people where it was, he saw a group of Ricky Tan's people getting into a car. Now, he didn't know they were Ricky Tan's people, but to him they seemed shady.
Okay.
And so he got into a taxi and followed them to the boat.
Okay, that's how it happened. Okay, because I totally missed that. Okay.
It was very far-fetched, to be honest, because to be like, oh, those guys look real shady, let's follow them.
Yeah. Lee and Carter confront Ricky, who claims he is being framed by one of his enemies, and ask for protection. but Hugh Lee shoots him and escapes. Sterling holds Lee responsible for Ricky's death and orders him off the case. Carter is ordered back to LA, but convinces Lee to return to LA with him. This was something else that was also a little far-fetched. Because at the party, Carter sees a guy that he knew. Now, the guy didn't know him, but he knew him as being someone who was rich and powerful in LA. Let me go back. What was that guy's name? Stephen Rain. That was his name. So just because he was at this party, Carter just assumed that he has something or he has some knowledge about what's going on. Well, that seemed pretty far-fetched too to me.
No, because his idea was follow the rich white man, which is just another way of saying follow the money.
But was he the only rich white man at this party? Like, they didn't really show a lot of other people, really?
He was the one in charge. He was the one in charge. He was the one who had invited Ricky Tan onto his yacht. So I guess he just assumed, yeah.
Okay. All right. Carter assures Lee that every large criminal operation has a rich white man behind it. In this case, he believes the man is Stephen Rain, a billionaire Los Angeles hotelier. He saw acting suspiciously at Ricky Tan's party. I know that part they're talking about him acting suspicious. He didn't really seem suspicious to me. I mean, he was just standing there when I think somebody got shot or pushed over the edge of the boat. But I didn't take, and then he just kind of turned and walked away. I didn't take that as him being suspicious. You guys cool?
I thought he was just worried about getting that Isabella booty. I'm just saying.
Staking out Rain's towers, they spot Isabella Molina, whom Carter met on Ricky's yacht, receiving a delivery from Hugh Lee. Mistaking the package for another bomb, Lee and Carter try to intervene, but Molina reveals she is an undercover U.S. Secret Service agent looking into Rain's laundering of $100 million in super dollars. Lee and Carter visit Kenny, an ex-con, now Carter's informant, who runs a gambling den in the back of his Chinese restaurant. This surprised me because I did not know that Don Cheadle was in this movie.
I've seen this movie so many times that I never knew that, and now I'm like, oh, that's Don Cheadle. What the heck?
What were you gonna say, Angel?
I said that was hilarious. That was like one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Mm-hmm. He tells them about a customer with a suspicious amount of $100 bills, which Carter confirms as Rain's counterfeits. They trace the money to a bank where they are captured by Hugh Lee. Taken to Las Vegas in a Triad truck, Lee and Carter escape, realizing that Rain is laundering the $100 million through his new Red Dragon casino. That is a smart way to launder money, through a casino.
Yep, and their motto was everybody wins, so they had people just winning left and right to hurry up and launder that money.
Right. At the Red Dragon, Molina points to Lee to the engraving plates used to print the counterfeit money. While Carter creates a distraction to help Lee sneak past security, Hugh Lee captures Lee, taping an explosive in his mouth before bringing him to Ricky, who is still alive. When Ricky departs, Molina tries to arrest Hugh Lee, but is shot, and Lee removes the explosive before it detonates, evacuating the casino. Did they say how Ricky survived that? Because he was shot by Hugh Lee.
They didn't say that.
And he just fell in the water.
Yeah, they didn't say that. No, they didn't say that.
Okay.
It was a setup, more than less. I mean,
no, I get that, but it was still like, well, how did he, like, where did he go? Once he got shot and fell in some water. Like, there was no other boats around. It's not like he swam somewhere else. Like, I was just a little lost at that scene. Carter fights Hugh Lee, accidentally taking her out with a spear while Lee pursues Ricky. In the penthouse, Rain prepares to escape with the plates, but Ricky fatally stabs him. Lee and Carter confront Ricky, who admits to killing Lee's father. In the ensuing scuffle, Ricky falls to his death when Lee kicks him out of a window. Hugh Lee enters with a time bomb, forcing Lee and Carter to escape on a makeshift zip line as Hugh Lee dies in the explosion. Later at the airport, Molina thanks Lee for his work on the case and kisses him, planning to go their separate ways. Lee and Carter change their minds when Carter reveals a large amount of money he won at the casino, and the pair head to New York to indulge themselves. And that was the movie. So let's talk about it.
First off, between the two movies, Why do they always got the two of them hanging for their lives somewhere up high?
Always. Between the three.
And I'm trying to think like it's. I think there's more of that in the third movie.
In the third movie, the ending, they flew. I don't want. Well, I'll wait. Yeah,
like they always have them hanging for their lives and like somehow getting out of it. That's the first thing I thought when you started hanging by that bamboo. And I'm going, why are we always hanging? Like, okay, we get it. You can hang up high and escape. Good job.
Yeah. I guess that's what Jackie Chan just likes to do. I mean, that's what I was assuming.
Wonder how he
It's
practices
crazy to me.
You said you wonder how he practices that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Did you guys like this movie better than the first movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always liked this. I've always liked this one just about as much, if not probably better. I like this one better.
Okay.
There's a good storyline, a lot more action, more characters. So.
Okay. To me, like I said before, I thought I didn't like this one. I mean, not that I didn't like it. I just didn't think it was as good as the first one before I saw it. Now I think it's just as good. They're both pretty good. I enjoyed it. Sometimes when they do I wonder how come when they do sequel movies, a lot of times they take people out of the element. Like this movie, they went to Hong Kong. Like, why do they always go away somewhere when they have a sequel movie? A lot of times they do that when they have sequels. They don't stay in the same place where they were. Like even on Friday.
Yeah, but now in this one, they went to Hong Kong, but then they also came back to LA.
Yeah, you're right. They did come back. And then they went out to Las Vegas. Okay.
Which might have made it better. Yeah, and then they went to an even crazier place.
Mm-hmm. But I did like it. Like I said, I thought it was just as good as the first movie to me. Watching it again years later. And like I said, I have not watched this movie since I saw it when it first came out. So this is the second time I've seen it in a long time. So okay.
One of my favorite parts and right at the is, and I know it sounds like crazy, but it's going to be the massage parlor, because in one of the most famous lines when he says, "You don't ever get in front of a man at a buffet line." He's talking about all the women for the thing.
Yeah.
Now, when he discovers that Lee brought him there for work, I'd have been like, you know what? We're going to catch this guy later. I'm finally on vacation relaxing. You go catch him or call back up, but I'm on vacation. I'm going to finish up here.
Yeah, Carter was a little upset because he said that ever since he got there to Hong Kong, they have been working different cases for Lee, and he was there to chill and relax.
Okay, let's go a step further. They have his credit card. So he's paying for everything, including messing the place up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
So now he already grabbed 8 women that he's paying for. And whatever he handed over to Jackie, so three or 4 over to Lee, and then you're going to get in a fight and jack the place up?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all on your credit card. I'm going to enjoy it. If I'm paying this big American money, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not getting into a fight.
Well, what's on your mind, Angel?
I'm just thinking about how I cannot comment on this topic because I already made the strip club comment, and my girl would stab the shit out of me. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm just hearing this, and so many things I probably have in my mind. And I'm just going to stay in my mind. That's where they're going to stay. That was like one of my favorite fight scenes, but I was going to omit all of those extra details and just talk about
the fight scene was good too, but I'm just saying, like, you got my credit card. I'm going to enjoy myself. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't going to lie. I laughed hard when Carter punched Lee. That made me laugh out loud. That made me laugh out loud for real when he hit him. Joe, talk about the most important scenes throughout the movie.
Let's see. So that to me was one of the most important.
Yeah, because that's when we got introduced to to
Ricky Tan.
Yeah.
Well, and then the funny part about that, even going beyond everything we just talked about, he busts Ricky Tan's laptop. He thinks Ricky Tan is there all by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, that place is full of his people.
Mm-hmm.
So the second he raises his hand to Ricky Tan, and 25, 30 guys jump up,
Mm-hmm.
and he looked right at Carter, or he looked at Lee and said, why did you tell me he rolled this deep? He was trying to tell you. That's why he was talking about backup.
Right.
You just don't listen.
Yeah, Carter gets in his own world sometimes. Did you guys think that? Because I do. I think Ricky Tan was probably a corrupt cop. He had to have been.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I think he was on the take because he said that he was, once he got in with the triad, he tried to help Lee's dad and get him more involved, but he was too straight a shooter. So,
okay.
Right. I guess the next thing we're gonna get to, so they have to leave this massage parlor butt naked because they got busted up. They took all their clothes and they dropped them off near the police station, but they dropped them off butt booty naked. So they had to run in, get dressed, and here's another thing I got a problem with. I mean, obviously that sucks, but you let the same woman walk into the U.S. Embassy and now into the Chinese police department and set a bomb off. You can't tell me that there's not some kind of security or facial recognition or something you let the same exact woman walk into two supposedly secure areas and set off a bomb.
Yep. Now, Joe, did they say what that was that Hugh Lee took to Melina? Did they say what that was? Because at first, Carter Lee thought it was a bomb.
It was money. She opened it up and showed him it was money.
I couldn't tell. It just looked like a green package.
Yeah. So after on the boat, like making her first contact, she was in a hotel room with the rich white guy or whatever, and they were Carter and Lee were watching her surveillance style, and they saw the same bomb lady drop off a package, and that's when they thought it was a bomb, but it just ended up being the first, like, to kind of show what the money, how good the money is. So she could do her part, make a bust. She needed to get some of that funny money.
Okay, all right.
Isabella, who is the customs agent.
Okay, you got anything, Angel? Got anything you want to say?
I got nothing about that scene at all.
Okay, all right.
We got to get off all these women. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, nothing about that scene at all. Nothing. That scene was nothing. They don't even talk about it.
Let me ask you this, Joe. Did you laugh when Lee was in the car and he's thinking about Carter after that explosion at the police station, and Puff song comes on. I'll be missing you, and he's sitting there dancing.
I thought that I was laughing, but they're doing too much with all that. Like,
him dancing.
They're at the beginning. Yeah, they're at the beginning singing Beach Boys together. That was funny, but this one was like, I think they were go. He was in his feelings for that one for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead and go to the next whatever next you deem important next scene.
Let's think. So they get. So we already did the boat where Ricky Tan was shot, and then so they're gonna send Jackie. They're gonna suspend Detective Inspector Lee, and they're gonna send Carter back to LA. And that's when he decides instead we're gonna follow the rich white man. And so they go back to LA to figure out what's the deal with that, and they figure out he owns the Red Dragon Casino. And so they're figuring out for themselves at this point, this is how you're going to launder, what was it, $100 million?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, $100 million to be laundered in the Red Dragon Casino. And now, was the Red Dragon Casino in L.A. or was
That was in
in
L.A.
Vegas? Right?
That was in L.A.
It was in L.A.
That was
So-
in I'm not even trying to be funny. When I went to LA, I know where that place is. It's like the Chinese like movie theater or something. It's called. It's like a famous movie theater on like on the stars, like the Star Walk, like the Walk of Fame.
Oh yeah. Well, anyhow, Carter's trying to explain to Lee that we got to dress up. We got to get, what do you say? We got to get fly. We got to mac out. So here we go again, trying to teach him to, to be a little more gangster, a little more English that he doesn't know. And so they go into a really nice store to get some clothes, and they meet a gentleman that kind of takes a liking to both of them. It was pretty funny. What's that actor's name?
I don't know his name, but he's been in a few different movies. I've seen him. He always does pretty good, but I haven't seen him in anything recently.
No, I haven't seen him in anything. I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw him in, but basically he is just he is going on with all his happiness and everything, and he's coming on to both Carter and Lee a little bit, treating them like they were a couple. And he wants, they said, what did Carter say? Nothing touches his body but silk, and that guy's like, oh, and as it should.
Jeremy Piven.
That just made me laugh.
Jeremy Piven is his name.
He was making me laugh too much in that when he was doing all that.
Yeah.
And then let's see. So they end up in the was this before or after the truck scene where they discovered where they were hiding the money?
I can't remember.
I'm trying to think. Let me think. Let me see. Okay, it's before. So the scene where they're in the truck, they got captured, and they were putting a truck together, and they had to escape. And they find statues, and they knock over one of the statues, and they find that's where they're hiding this funny money to get to the casino. That's how they're getting through customs and all that stuff. And so they figure that out, and then that's what leads them to the Red Dragon Casino. And while they're at the Red Dragon Casino, as you heard in the synopsis that Gene gave, they run into Isabel again. And at this point, she has, to keep her cover, she kind of beat on them and helped them get captured. So they don't know whether they can trust her or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lee and her, they have a quick dance together, and she's like, schmoozing him to try and get his help. And so when he meets up with Carter and kind of says, hey, Isabella's here, she needs our help, he's like, man, forget her. She's the enemy. And of course, Lee, in his good nature, he believes her. So he's going to help her out. So Carter goes to the crap tables, and he creates a distraction, starts talking about, the guy gives them, $500 chips instead of $1,000 chips. And so he starts calling him a racist. He's like, how come you give me a nickel and everyone $1? He's just doing typical Chris Tucker stuff. And
right.
He's pulling the guards off the door. So now Lee can get to the back and find these plates. What do you guys think? What do you think about Carter's distraction?
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked. I mean, I like Chris Tucker, man. I think it's his delivery. It's his delivery and how he says things and how he acts that makes a scene even better than what it probably should be. It's his delivery, his acting. It's a shame that he's not doing as much acting anymore.
I know, it's really stinks because he was really good at his time, and I think he could still be good now.
Oh yeah, he definitely could. Yeah, I mean, there's talk about them doing a Rush Hour 4.
What did Don Cheeto's character call him earlier? 7-Eleven, because his mouth
never closes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's about as perfect as a metaphor as you can use.
Yeah. Let's get to the fight scenes. Angel, what are your favorite fight scenes in the movie?
First one is gonna be my favorite. Well, first one, my favorite one out of the whole movie is when they were in the massage parlor.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good fight scene. Actually, really good. I thought the way. Well, we talked about it before, like how Chris Tucker is starting to fight more. He's
Mm-hmm.
starting to have some more martial arts to his fight. The fact that they had to fight so many people, I thought was so cool. And then I think it was kind of cool in that fight scene. You get to see like they kind of use their surroundings a little bit more around them, which I thought that was really good. So like him throwing Lee, them using the chair, that was a good fight scene. Another fight scene that I thought was really good was when Chris Tucker got his ass beat on the boat.
He got knocked out? When he got knocked out? But yeah.
But he's so funny because he's getting beat on by this chick, but he keeps trying to talk to her like, why don't we stop fighting and why don't we just play together?
Yeah.
He keeps trying to. Why you gotta be so crazy when I just want to take you out to dinner? Like he's so dead serious too.
Right.
Yeah. He's over here trying to like spit the game to her, and she keeps getting knocked out with like one kick, one punch. It was like terrible. When I thought it was, so this isn't like a fight scene, but I guess it's like kind of like cool, like how they got out of it. When they were captured when they were like in the 18-wheeler,
mm-hmm.
They were captured. So I thought that was kind of cool how like they got out of that. But what was interesting was when Lee had the bomb in his mouth. So like that's not really a fight scene, but that was just so we talked about like how Chris Tucker was running the table,
mm-hmm.
and then Lee went to go like behind like the undercover operation. He goes and then he ends up getting that bomb taped to his mouth, and he's over here saying, "I said bomb" with a bomb in his mouth. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. A good fight scene. So this is probably the fight scene. I don't know if you guys watched the bloopers at the end, but this fight scene ended up getting brought up like they showed the bloopers for it when Lee ended up fighting the girl in the room when Chris Tucker thought he was getting some action. He's like, "Don't hide that crouching tiger," and he's over here actually like Lee's over here fighting her. I thought that was actually a really good fight scene. If you look at the bloopers, man, a lot of that stuff he did, like you saw him like he threw the table and it hit his mouth and he like actually got hurt. Like he was like she threw the dagger and like she really threw a real dagger at his hand. It was supposed to like go like right, like you see him like move his hand, but he still held himself up on the wall. Like that's crazy. Like that was nuts. That fight scene was really good. Like to see what it took to go into that fight scene, I appreciated it more.
Well, he always gets hurt in his.
He has to.
He'll keep going with a cast on and everything. Like he's nuts.
Yeah,
his body must be so broken down.
Has to. Like, how old is he now, Jackie Chan?
Gotta be in his 50s, late 50s, early 60s.
I think in late 60s. Yeah, I think he's in his late 60s.
Oh, if he's doing all that and he's jumping around like that, then we're not doing it right. We gotta do what he's doing.
He can only play like an old master now.
Yeah, he's 68. He's 68.
Yeah, see?
Damn, that means he was like 40-something when that movie came out. Holy crap.
Well, he can continue to play he can play Mr. Miyagi if he wants. I mean, or a version of Mr. Miyagi. What's his name in The Karate Kid, Mr. Wong or something like that?
Yeah, you did that already.
No, I'm saying he can continue to play that character because Mr. Miyagi was an old man, so he can continue to do that.
So
that was a good fight scene. I think the fight scene when Chris Tucker stopped taking, he said something when he fought the girl that was knocking him out the whole time. He fought her at the end, but he said something. I forgot what he said.
After she died?
After she died, I think he said it's so bad because you were beautiful or something.
He said, "Yeah, you're so beautiful," but he's like, "Why you gotta be such a crazy bitch?"
He said that. He said something like I think he said, "I know you a sister, but I'm gonna beat you like you my brother." And
something like that.
Like he said some wild stuff, and he was actually putting the paws on her. He was still getting beat up, and then. Thank God he had that stack of $1,000 in his pocket because he would have died on that one. That little spear.
Yeah. You know what? I thought it was perfect the way that he accidentally killed her because there's no way in real life he was beating her ass.
No, never.
Right.
She was just way too much for him.
Never.
So the way that they did that, I think they kind of were like, "Oh, this is more realistic this way," because it was like you said, he was getting knocked out with one kick.
It was
Right.
one kick and one punch. Like he never had a shot. He never had a shot. He never had a shot. Like it was bad. So there was that side of it. But yeah, like so to me, those are like the best fight scenes out of the whole entire movie. I feel like those really captured more of the martial arts side of it. We got to see more just dynamic. I like the fight scenes more because it showed how dynamic Chris Tucker was. To see him actually throw some punches and some kicks, and it didn't look halfway bad. Like he looked like decent at it. I was like, oh, that's really good. It kind of reminded me of like when Halle Berry did her movie for Netflix. That like she actually looked like, bruised. Like she actually looked like she could get out there and really roll around and do her thing. So I like that side of it. So to me, those are my favorite fight scenes. I thought those were the best ones out of the whole entire movie. Were there any ones you guys thought were good that you didn't like? You guys thought were better than the others?
Not really. No.
I think you covered it pretty good.
Yeah.
I think those are the best fight scenes. One thing I do want to say, man, is one thing I do appreciate is I love how they don't let Chris Tucker or Jackie Chan shoot a gun.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I
didn't even realize that.
I love how they don't let them shoot guns. Like they always find a way for them to be in a situation where there's no guns available. Remember how we always talk about like American Ninja, all these other things? Like they got so many guns, but they don't use them. They just try to fight like ninjas. Like why be a ninja and have a gun? Just use a damn gun. The whole movie's over with in the first 10 seconds. I love how they don't give them that opportunity, so we can never nitpick on that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do. Because this movie would have been over a long time ago. Even if the bad guys had guns.
Yeah. And
I'm
it's
surprised they didn't. I didn't even realize it. That's how well this movie was written. I didn't even realize that until you just said that.
Yeah. Like they didn't. They
good
never.
Find.
Really
good find, Angel. Good one.
Hey, listen. I gotta open up my mind. Like Jeff is on my ass. So I gotta do it, man. I gotta make sure that I'm like seeing different things. So I like how they didn't have guns, man. I like that part. I like how they didn't give the excuse for it. They didn't make it where they could have had access to it. Like they didn't allow that, and that's what makes the movie so much better, in my honest opinion. I love that part of it. Now, this is my only thing. They should have died at the end of the movie. Like that pissed me off.
No, that's the thing, man. They got to be hanging on something. And
if you're tumbling, going around an 18-wheeler, and then you hit each other, fall in the middle of the road, and then put your head back down, you put your head down, and a tractor trailer drives over you, you're probably not gonna live. Like something's gonna hit you still.
Well, I mean, they probably should have died when the bomb exploded in from the thing that Hugh Lee had. Yeah. When they were riding that zip line, they should have died. They should have got hit with something, some bricks, something. They should have got hit their head.
Something.
Yeah, they should have fell off of their little makeshift zip line and been dead. Because think about it. Like when Lee was going to his office and to see Carter, when that bomb went off, he got knocked back, and he wasn't that far apart from the bomb exploding than in this scene. When as soon as they started going down the zip line, they were still right there by the window. So they should have felt some blowback from the bomb going off,
Yeah, they should have, honestly. So like that was
it did break. They did snap. Their little lines did snap. Did you like the scene where Jackie Chan is running along the side of the truck?
No.
I would have liked to see the blooper for that.
You didn't? Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Why didn't you like that scene, Angel?
Cause man, like
it was too fake for you.
He's not Spider-Man. The hell?
I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, and the thing is, I'm watching it and thinking like, this is really him doing this. That's what I was thinking.
While Chris Tucker's over there just sitting in a circle screaming, Lee. Like
that's what I would have did. That's what I would have did. That's exactly what I would have did.
So I think like that, but like yeah, man, like the movie to me was like solid. Like it's funny because like Gene, you're always like, I really don't like sequels. Like this is a sequel that held up.
Yeah, it did. I'm never really a fan of the second movie. The third movie, I'm always like, just even like the Karate Kid. They ended up going to Okinawa in the second movie, and then the third one they came back home. And I always liked the third movie better than the second Karate Kid movie, and that's the same with this movie also, or the series of movies also. I used to like the third one better than the second one. But that was before I watched it this weekend, and actually it was pretty good. So I don't know how I'm going to feel when I watch the third movie. This might be one of those rare opportunities where I like all three movies in a sequel. Like I can't say which is better than the other to me. Like this, after watching this weekend again, I was thinking after I finished this, like, I don't know if this was better than the second movie. I mean, the first movie or not. Like it seems equal to me.
I really feel the same way. I mean,
I don't think we're gonna.
I could nitpick a little bit or more, but for the most part, I thought they were just two really good movies.
I don't think we're gonna like the third one as much.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think we are.
Okay. I don't. When did the third movie come out? Do you guys remember? 2007. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I thought it came out earlier. I mean, later than that. I don't know why I thought it came out like recently.
No, hell no.
I remember the premise of the movie and the concept. I'm just not remembering the whole movie. So
I watched the third one more than any of the other ones.
Okay.
You said you watched it more than any of the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might have been on it.
I know that one like really. I know that one. I could say I could do the whole movie review for that one right now. I know that one like the back of my hand.
And now the third movie, which we're gonna do for next week, that had the original girl, the little girl from the first movie, right?
Sue Young came back. Yes, she did.
Yeah, she was grown, and she's of course grown up now.
Oh yeah, she's grown.
Okay. Angel, watch it now. Just how you said that. Just relax a little bit.
Oh, but no, the third one, I'm gonna tell you this. The third one had more comedy to it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The third one had way more comedy. Like, it almost like you got Chris Tucker doing stand-up type comedy.
Yeah, but he did more martial arts in this one because he was like actually trying to train and keep up.
He did way more martial arts.
Isn't there a swords fight scene with Yeah, there's a sword scene there, I think, with the Jackie Chan and his brother's character.
Yeah, they did way more. They did way more martial arts in the third movie. Chris Tucker did way more martial arts in the third movie, but he also had way more comedy. They gave him more of a role.
Did they bring John Cheeto back? Because that would have been funny for me.
No.
Get him involved. Get him on the team.
Dang, I had a question and I cannot remember it.
Oh man, you and your brother. Bro.
Hey man, I got a lot going on.
We keeping the same grades, or did anybody give it?
I don't really have a higher. I mean, I think last one I gave it the last movie A-, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this one an A- also.
Well, I'll stay with my B+ then.
What the fuck, bro? Are you serious? You just said it was better than the last one.
No, I said about the same.
You don't want this? You don't want him to give this a B+? What's wrong with a B?
I feel like, okay, honestly, I'm gonna be real.
Listen, I gotta save my A's because there are movies I know that I like better than this.
You act like we have like only like you act like Travis gave us a limited amount of A's and we could only use them. Like,
listen, just because you give all the movies A+, that's you. That's why your students love you.
There's a respect you need to have to like the culture. Like, this movie is culturally iconic. Like, you don't give it less than an A-. Respect.
I don't know about that, Angel. Only reason I'm gonna say that is because I'm talking about culturally. Because I think this series. I don't think this series of movies get as much respect as they probably should. It should. Think about all the buddy cop movies, right? I never hear people mention this. They always talk about Lethal Weapon and Bad Boys. I don't really hear people talk about Rush Hour in the same sentence as those other ones. Do you?
No,
I don't know. Do you guys?
It's not in that type of genre. It should get the same respect. This is where I'm gonna put it for you. It gets the same respect in Romeo Must Die and Jet Li. Like, you know how Jet Li was incorporating more hip hop into his movies, like Romeo Must Die, Kiss the Dragon. Like, he was culturally, it was like we gravitated more towards Jet Li because we're like, oh, like we know Anthony Anderson, we see him in this movie, and now he's in here. We know DMX, we see him in this movie, now he's in here. So Jackie Chan being with Chris Tucker, when at that time we know Chris Tucker as Smokey, now we see him with Jackie Chan, and he's portraying a good role. It's like culturally, it's a good, like, it's an iconic movie. Like, it's a movie you can go to, and almost, I'm not gonna say everybody, but damn near almost everybody has seen the movie, one of them, 1, 2, or 3 at some point. You know what I mean? And everyone laughs. Everyone says, "Oh, that's such a good movie." Like, it's an iconic movie. And to be real with you, personally, for me, that's what made me like Jackie Chan. I really don't like Jackie Chan movies at all. I only like what he did in Rush Hour and The Foreigner, I think, was his last one that he did.
No, because here's the thing, man. Rumble in the Bronx, to me, is like one of the best Jackie Chan movies out there. And then The Legends of the Drunken Master, the movie itself isn't great, but his drunken kung fu in that movie, I will watch that all day, every day, all the time. Just because it's wild to see what he can do. Like, he changes his whole thing up where he's literally like, he's got drunken kung fu and he's very good at it. It's crazy to watch.
Do you guys know Jackie Chan's background? Like, what is his
Wushu?
Okay.
Wushu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that it?
I think he branched off from all that, but I mean, he can do a lot of different things because he'll do like animal style kung fu, and then he'll switch over and do drunken kung fu. He'll see all his wushu, but then the stunts that he started adding, I think he got more popular with that. Like, I don't think everybody that watches Jackie Chan that's not a martial artist, they want to see him more for his crazy stunts and antics, more so than they want to see the martial arts. Like, I like the martial arts of it
that's
as much as I like everything else.
That's
and then to play off of your Jackie Chan, Jet Li, I kept saying, I want to see them together in a movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do anything.
They did The Last Kingdom.
I didn't see that. I never even heard of that.
They didn't really. It's more of a. It is a karate movie because there's quite a bit of martial arts in it, but they don't really play together in it because it's more of a mythological movie. It's actually a lot like what's the kangaroo one we watched?
Oh,
kind of like
Warriors of Virtue.
Yeah, it's actually similar to that. It's like an updated version of that. Yeah, but instead of jumping into another world, they like go into a book.
Before you said that, I was going to say let's watch it until you said that kangaroo movie. I was going to say let's watch it.
But it's an updated version, and it's not the great. It's not the best movie, but it's not the worst. It's a decent movie. It's a family friendly movie, is what it is.
Is it worth us watching?
I mean, we could talk about it.
No. We said, is it worth us watching? Not we can talk about it. No.
It's not, Angel?
No.
Okay.
No. It's better than the kangaroos.
It is, but
we already watched that.
But it's not worth us talking about. That's the part. It's not worth us. It's not worth us watching. We can talk about anything on here. Obviously, we talk about Chris Walker and Will Smith. It ain't worth us watching. That's that. Listen, I don't know.
My only thing that I'm saying is the reason that I brought it up is it makes me mad that the first time they put those two together, like, they weren't even really interacting. They didn't fight each other that I can think of, or maybe they fought each other a little bit, but not really. And they were like two separate characters that never really came together. They were, so it was just weird.
That's a shame.
And if you didn't know, like, you can watch the movie and you might not even know it's Jet Li because he's playing the Monkey King. So
that's, you know what? That's almost like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Like, they didn't get together and do movies together until they were older. Like, it would have been cool to see them do something together in the 80s when they both were on top as the action.
You You wouldn't
Action
need
heroes,
subtitles throughout the whole movie. What are you talking
Oh my God! Come on, man! I don't even know who you dissing. I don't even know if you dissing Arnold or you dissing Sylvester.
It's both. Like I'm not gonna watch a movie that I can't hear anything besides. And then all I'm gonna hear from someone else is go. I tell I get down. Like I don't want to hear none of that, bro. Get out of here.
Who needs HR now? Damn it!
Right, right.
Bro, I'm not like it's not. I'm not.
I guess I'm rubbing off on Angel too much.
It's serious though. Like everyone knows. Like everyone, that's like a joke. Like, oh, we can understand a movie with them two in it. Like everyone knows that. Like they just, it wasn't. I wouldn't want to watch a movie like that. Like there's a reason.
I probably would have watched Rocky 7 or 8 if Arnold Schwarzenegger was the bad guy. That would have been. I think that would have been pretty cool back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s. I think they would have, instead of doing the one with Tommy Morrison, they should have had Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I agree. Agree. 100%.
All right, you guys got any closing remarks?
Nah, man, I'm good.
All right.
Next
week.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Next time we ain't saying nothing slick, bro. We ain't saying nothing slick because next time my girlfriend's gonna be like right next to me. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
There's nothing like that in the next one. There's nothing like that in the third one, so you're good.
No. Oh no, there is. Yeah, no, we're not saying nothing slick.
All right, everybody. Rush Hour 3 is next week. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you guys next week. And I'm about to hit our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.